What's good, y'all? As y'all know, On3 Heisman Poll has officially released after another big week, week 5. The season is going fast. We are nearing the midway point of the year. Crazy to think about in college football. It has been fun so far. Let's break it down. All right, at number 10, Fernando Mendoza. Now, didn't have his best game against Iowa this past week, but we know what he did against Illinois. He lit that up. Lit them boys up, man, for 5 tubs, man. Had over, I think it was like 5 touchdowns, man, and he had like 2 incompletions, man. So definitely deserves to be on this list. Indiana's going to be a team to watch. Big-time matchup we'll talk about later in the week against Oregon. Marcel Reed, I think he's a little bit too low at number 9. Marcel Reed has looked good so far this season. The interception was not his fault. He has Texas A&M looking like a contender at the number 6 spot in the country in the AP poll. He's continued to hit his receivers downfield in stride. Got Kevin Concepcion. Obviously got Mario Craver. Marcel Reed has looked good, man, in his sophomore year. And a lot of people say he can't really throw that ball. He's been flinging the ball, and he's been looking good. I don't like him at number 9, though. Give it to me like number 6, you know what I'm saying, number 5, number 4, you know what I'm saying? He's been looking good. All right, Carson Beck, we know them boys had a bye week. Him and Ruben Bain, they have been instrumental in the success this season of the Hurricanes, right? Ruben Bain, him and Messendor on the defensive side of the ball in the trenches have been tough, have been hard to block this upcoming year. They've been hard to block all year long. Them boys is a problem. So I like them both tied at 7. That's not a bad spot for my Hurricanes, man. We'll see how we continue to look. Big game against Florida State this week. Amaya Hardy, y'all know how I feel about him, man. I think he's one of the best backs in the SEC. Him and Le'Veon Moss. 1A, 1B, 1-2, however you want to do it. But Amaya Hardy has looked good. He's been instrumental also in the success of the Tigers this year, along with the Bo Perbula. I like how Missouri has looked as well. So number 6 for Amaya Hardy is pretty good. And then look at number 5. Ty Simpson, man, he's continued to trek up. Obviously, he's been fantastic. Big-time road win this past week against Georgia. Did his thing, man. Threw 3 touchdowns, had over 300 yards, man, and lit up that Georgia secondary, man. And I love this pregame speech, man. You can tell this kid wants it. You can tell this kid went through a lot to get to this point, and he's earned that starting role. And Crimson Tide got something special. Now, we're going to see how they look this week against Vanderbilt. Big-time home game for them. But if you can continue to do that, you're definitely going to be in the Heisman conversation. Now, y'all see number 4. QB1! Yes, sir, man. Trinidad Chambers, I've been high on him. I told y'all about him. I said, if he started against LSU, they would win that game. And guess what? They won that game. He would be my starter the rest of the year if I'm Lane Kiffin. If you don't want to lose your job, if you don't want to lose the morale of the team, I would start Trinidad. He just gives you so much in the running game, man, that you need. He don't turn over the football like that, right? The RPO game with him and obviously the running back is top tier, right? He just has so much potential. And it sucks that he's a senior and he's from Ferris State, but this kid is really winning big-time games. And had you at number 4 in the country right now, I would not play around. I would start him. He would be my QB1 the rest of the year. All right, Diego Pavia, man, 5-0 for the first time in a long time for the Commodores. You play against the Crimson Tide this week. It's a big week coming up, man. Can you do it for the second consecutive season and beat the Crimson Tide, right? They're going to be, and the crazy part is they're going to be on a high horse, right? They beat Georgia, right? And they're going to come in and, hey, we're number 10 in the country. We got everything ahead of us. And you can effectively in that, or to a degree, less than a degree to be able to get into the college football playoff if you go and you beat them. Big-time game for Diego Pavia on the road. And I want to see what he's going to be able to do. If he is that guy, you got to go on the road and you got to beat a really good Alabama Crimson Tide team. It's going to tell us a lot about both of these teams. Is it a blowout? Is it a close game? Does it come down to the stretch? But it will reveal a lot about both of these teams. Next up, John Mateer, obviously nursing that injury. He'll probably continue to slide down this list a little bit, unfortunately, with the injury. Won't be back, obviously, for the Texas game. But the game to watch is if he can come back against Tennessee, how good will he look against that Tennessee defense that is special? That's going to tell us a lot about John Mateer and what's coming up for him. And obviously, if he'll be able to stay in this Heisman poll and this Heisman conversation. But early on, 4-0 record, he had them boys looking good, and we know how good that defense is. And an underrated player, man, that's starting to get a little bit of buzz, Dante Moore. Yeah, you did the damn thing against Penn State, man. And I don't care what nobody say about Penn State. They should have been ranked lower, right? They looked terrible for 4 quarters, all the way up until, really midway through the 4th, they decided to get it together. Dante Moore had them boys reeling. Dante Moore had them boys stuck. He been balling, man. He said, I'm from LSU, man, but I'm playing with Coach Dan Lanning, a maniac. And you can say what you want. Oh, well, Dan Lanning doesn't develop quarterbacks. You know what he does do? He gets quarterbacks in there, and they ball in that offense. They ball. You go look at Dylan Gabriel. You go look at this year, and obviously with Dante Moore. Every time he gets a quarterback in that system, they ball. So that's what Dante Moore is doing. Deserves to be on this list. Would I rank him number 1? Yeah, I'll put him in that conversation. I really like the list. John Mateer 2. I mean, this is pretty solid in my humble opinion. I would just move around Marcel Reed up more. I think he's had a big impact on their winning so far. So I will move him up a little bit. And, you know, I might move down, you know, Pavia a little bit as well. But that's how I would rank it. That's my thoughts, man. But comment down below your thoughts on the On3 Heisman poll.